Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here, Abdul Sami. I am from BS Accounting Finance 6th semester, along with my group members Madina Sheikh. So I am presenting you the Fuji Fertilizer Company. That project is the forecasting project. So before starting a session, I would thankful to our instructors Jamil Ahmed Khan, who providing support throughout the semester, who guiding us throughout the project. So this company is the Fuji Fertilizer Company. So as you know that this company is directly linked for the agriculture sector, and fertilizer industry was a backbone of the Pakistan's economy. So once we overview of the economy of the Pakistan, which is the biggest contribution in fertilizer sector in Pakistan economy. So here we talking about the important topics of the outlines, which is financial overview, introduction and importance of the fertilizer industry in Pakistan, and different types of the fertilizer, and FFC GDP contribution in economy. We see then the different challenges for the national level and the international level, and we find out the key risk areas of the industry and sectors fertilizer, and we implication in future implication, we estimate the future implication in sector, and what are the major factors that contribute in fertilizer sector. And we then discuss the non-financial performance company achievements, awards, and short analysis of the company. Then we discuss the company total value and interpretation of intrinsic value of the company. Intrinsic value of company. Then we are talking about the methodology of forecasting and daily basis, average increase price share, and monthly basis, and we see then the financial ratios of the different years, which is 5 years latest years, and financial average growth of the dividends, net profit margins, and sales analysis through the 2008 to 2022. And we finding out the this session, and we conclude, and we see the financial backgrounds for the some key numbers. Some Before starting session, we see the financial background, which is the key numbers. Average share price was minimum and maximum between 19.45 minimum and 122, which is the 52 weeks range. Share prices range between this. So the range which shows the company share price is very stable and very low, and the currently is trend of the share prices was 110 plus almost in year, and the capital of the company, which is 136.33 billion rupees. So this is the capital of the company, which shows the company more stable, and majority of the contribution was the ownership. And then we see the year to year sales growth was 2019-22 to 2022, which is 9.9%. That shows the company has a positive indicator for the average company growth, shows the 9.91%, and current ratio is 1.06. Current ratio shows the current company meet current obligations of the liabilities to fulfill a current obligation, and beta is 0.6, which is means the stable of the company and lower risk. And then we see the payout ratio. The payout ratio was the quarter 2022, which is 51%. That is the means company total earning has contributed as in terms of the dividend, which is 51%. And the third quarter 13 ended December 2023, the cash dividend company pays the 3.98 per share, which is shows the company consistently pay out the dividend. And total debt of the assets, company have 26.56%, which is means the company less leveraged, and majority of the company has on the shareholders, which is shows the company less leverage. We see the introductions. The we know the Pakistan agriculture is the backbone of the economy of the Pakistan's contribution has biggest pillar of the agriculture sector. So the Pakistan's economy it was divided into three categories. One of the categories which is manufacture sector and service sector and agriculture sector. The service sector has contributed the 58% of the GDP of Pakistan's economy, and almost 20% contributed manufacture sector, and the 22.5% contribution is the agriculture sector. So agriculture sector is the biggest sector that contribute in Pakistan's economy. So that's the effect. And the fertilizer sector is Pakistan sales was the 3.74 billion in per year 2022. The Pakistan fertilizer industry, that individual industry contributed the 5% in 2022 and 21 6% GDP contribution in Pakistan. And we see that the manufacturer leading FFC Fauji fertilizer company has approximately produced 60% urea present, which is market sale within the boundaries of countries. These company are produce production within boundaries of the company, and the company share prices average increase in daily basis, and the percentage was shows the 0.073, that is result the company share price is stable, and risk or the share prices are very low, because as well as the capital on gain as well low. So therefore the investor are more attractive and purchase share prices because lower risk of the investment. And FFC one of the major fact, FFC Fauji fertilizer company has hold a 47% market share, which is means the contribute of the market share is huge percentage, which is out of the 6-7 companies are enter in the industry of the fertilizer. That means the Fauji fertilizer is number one company in the fertilizer sector, and 47% in contribution market share in 2022. And then we see the importance of industry in Pakistan. The major contribution, major top three pillars in industry, that was the Fauji fertilizer and Fauji fertilizer and Angro fertilizer and Fauji fertilizer bin Qasim. These are the main three pillars in industry that play an important role to expand the industry and fertilizer sector. And Pakistan population has predicted 3.5% given a country shortage, and we see the once the population is grow, the fertilizer sector demand is increases, because the fertilizer uses of fertilizer was the grow the plant and crops. That plant was produce some food production like vegetables and other production of foods that produce from the uses of fertilizer is important. Without fertilizer, that product is not possible to the produce. So the fertilizer need for the in future is increased. Why? The reason is the population of 3.5%. Pakistan has predicted the increase 3.5% as an exponential growth of this sector, and the significance of the portion world economy contribute billions of employees in this sector and billions of revenue on the world economy, and millions of the people's employees in this sector. So these are the importance of the fertilizer sector in Pakistan and international level. The different types of the fertilizer, these are major three types: nitrogen, phosphorus, nitrogen which is high usage and higher contribute in this type of usage type of fertilizer, this higher contribution, because this nitrogen was 73% and uses in fertilizer industry, because the urea this type of fertilizer which is less expensive and more high quality. That's why the reason is more used for this industry. For the fertilizer used for the 73% nitrogen fertilizers, and the fertilizers are nutrients necessary crops and plants to grow. Agriculture industry was three primary focus. Fertilizer agriculture primary have advantage the qualities and less expense other types of the fertilizer by most widely kind of the fertilizer. So these nitrogen fertilizer was a biggest contribution and less expensive and the more higher quality. That's why the more usage was the fertilizer industry in nitrogen. That's the reason. So we moving on the GDP contribution. The Fauji fertilizer contribution in GDP was 2.4% in Pakistan's economy. The Pakistan's economy, half of more than half of percent contribute GDP in service sector, and the 20% contribution of the manufacture sector, and other 22.25% contribution in agriculture sector. So the industry overall contribution in Pakistan's economy was 6.6% in 2021 and 5% in 22. So there's the total contribution in out of the all industry, and the Fauji fertilizer contribution is 2.4, and Fauji fertilizer market share was 47%, and the total industry sells around 3.9% nation largest manufacture sector industry, which is the huge almost 20% of manufacture sector contribution in Pakistan economy. The industry of the agriculture, industry of the fertilizer, that was contribute 3.9%. So these are the facts that for the fertilizer GDP contribution and other economy contributions. So we see the different challenges for the national level and the international level. The globally challenges for the growing input cost, one of the biggest challenges for rising competition and environmental laws, and but the industry was taking more steps to increase the technology and creating a new software, new technology to reduce the production cost. These are the biggest international challenges for the increase rising of the competition and input cost and tight environmental laws. And the fertilizer industry in Pakistan challenges was the same challenges was the growing cost is the one of the biggest challenges in Pakistan industry, fertilizer industry, and the industry has using a natural gas. Fertilizer industry using a natural gas. So recently have gas was 200%, our prices are increases. So these are the biggest challenges for the decline the input cost. So recent year was the fertilizer cost is very high. So these are the biggest challenges. Is one of the other challenges in Pakistan industry was facing industry to decline for import of the Pakistan. Fertilizer import in Pakistan are important coming from different China and India. They are the produce lower cost, and when the international prices of the fertilizer is low and the national prices are high, the barriers are created by the suppliers are import the fertilizer from other countries. Why? The reason is that the price of the international prices are low. So these are the biggest challenge for the industry overall. Fertilizer industry, they produce a lower cost, minimum cost for the almost meet the national international prices or lower prices. So these are the biggest challenges for the national level and international level. Now we are moving on the key risk. The key risk areas, these are the two key risk areas. One of the key risk areas was the gas unavailability. Gas unavailability because the gas is shortage in Pakistan, because we import gas from other countries like European countries, Qatar agreements, NLG. We are the dependent in other countries. So gas unavailability is one of the biggest risk in fertilizer industry. And other risk for reduction prices. We discussed in previous slides was the challenges for reduced prices in Pakistan, because in 2022 the higher inventory hold for the fertilizer sector, and international reason is that international prices are low, and suppliers are purchases fertilizer from other countries and imports fertilizer, and held for the inventory is higher turnover. So these are the biggest risk in fertilizer industry in Pakistan. So we moving on the production capacity of fertilizer industry and Fuji fertilizer company. The overall industry production capacity in Pakistan, these are the fiscal year 2019 to 2022. Pakistan produced approximately average 8.8 metric ton millions. These are the 5-year results, and in 2022 the Pakistan produced 9.1 million tons of the fertilizer annually, and compare with the 2029, which is 9.0 million has ton fiscal year 2021. These are representing year to year increase. These are indicated positive indicator due to increased Pakistan's capacity of produce the fertilizer in Pakistan. So the Fauji Fertilizer Company produced the 2 million annual per annum through is the 3 plants. Fauji Fertilizer Company have 3 plants to produce the fertilizer. They have capacity of the 2 million metric ton. So now we are moving the imports. See the imports. We see the imports from 2000 fiscal year 2017 to fiscal year 2022, which is the average import was the fertilizer was approximately 1.7 million metric tons, and Pakistan fertilizer imports was reported 1.4 million metric ton, which is 2022 results, and we compare the results of the fiscal year 2021, which is 1.8 million metric ton. So as reason is the year to year decline imports was a 23%. Reason is behind the imports is one of the major type of the fertilizer, which is DMP is the most heavily imported fertilizer product, is decline production due to the higher expensive product. These fertilizer are reduced the imports, resulting as a positive image to decline imports. So we moving on the future implication. What are the future implication in sector? The fertilizer sector in Pakistan facing a number of challenges, including new technology increases, need for the efficiency increases, changes labor market. There are also number of opportunities. Their sector as growing the demand for the food due to the increased focus on sustainable agriculture, and due to the increased growth demand for the population and increased demand for the foods. That's why the reason is the sector has a lot of challenges, and other side we see the lot of opportunities to grow the fertilizer market in Pakistan. The Another challenges for the future implication, the labor challenges. Why the labor challenges was one of the biggest challenges in this industry? Why the is industry was required the skilled laborers. So as a result, fertilizer industry will need to invest in training of educations in order to retain skilled worker. So these are the future implications for the fertilizer sector, and other factors that we see that impact in future. The government policies of the fertilizer sector is biggest challenges factor impact in future fertilizer sector. Why the government policy are important? Because the government subsidy programs and governments making a policy to run the agriculture sector, so these policies are directly affected in fertilizer sector. Once the government are decided and decline the subsidy in agriculture sector, so they are the directly affected in fertilizer sector. And other factors are the developing new agriculture market and organic fertilizer of the increasing. These are the major factors that in future they are maybe affected by the fertilizer sector. Another factor for the climate change. Climate change and agriculture sector is one of the biggest challenges. Why the in we see the 2022 flood are occur in Pakistan. So the results is billions of the dollars has loss in agriculture sector because climate change is one of the major factor that directly affected in fertilizer sector. Now we moving on the non-financial performance. These are the achievements of the company, which is the award was getting in 2028, which is Association of the South Association Federation of Accountant. That the best annual reports award was getting in 2022. So these are criteria based on the award was transparency, accountability, and government and corporate reporting. Another award by the getting achievements, which is Management Association of Pakistan. These are the association given award by the Fauji Fertilizer Company on the basis of the corporate excellence award. These award consecutive fifth years of the fertilizer sector is given by the Fauji Fertilizer Company. These are the biggest achievement, and these are the social performance. Social performance, the company Fauji Fertilizer Company has making a different contribute a different society like education, health, and other agriculture sector contribute a social corporate social responsibility. And the company follow environmental laws which is made by the government of Pakistan and laws authority. These laws by the implement FFC and environmental management programs ensure the environmental laws compliance regulation, and strongly management has system regulate the audit by the external experts. So these are the social performance. And now we moving on the image. The Fauji Fertilizer image is very good in market because these company is the number one company in Pakistan Stock Exchange, and these are listed in top 25th companies in Pakistan. Fauji Fertilizer is company number one company in Pakistan Stock Exchange and listed in top 25 company, and these listed in consistently throughout the 24th years. These company are very strong brand image. So now we are moving the analysis of the internal basis. The methodology of the methodology of the we methodology applied through the project, that is the data gathered by the daily share prices. FFC has a period to collect data from the 23 November 10th 2023 to 11th 24 November 2023, including opening price, closing price, high low volumes, and percentage change. And we see the way apply the weighted average formula. Weighted average increase calculation computed weighted average percentage of the entire month, summing daily percentage weighted average trading volume. Calculation by the undervaluation percentage calculation. We calculate the total company intrinsic value of the share prices. That model apply for the free cash flow, and we calculate the intrinsic value of share prices. The methodology to provide the comprehensive understanding of the daily share prices FFC during the specified period incorporate both quantitative and qualitative factors. The analysis aim to investor making a informed the decision based on the observed market trends and dynamic situation. So now we are seeing the company intrinsic value. The company total, we are calculating the company intrinsic value by the model of free cash flow. This is the value of operation business, that is 16 crore 71 lakh 79,081 rupees. These are the value of operations, and and we see the company current prices is approximately 110 plus, but the company intrinsic value of share prices was 517 rupees, which is undervalued by the approximately 470% of share prices was undervalued. So the company has highly strong and highly recommended to purchase share, and company share prices was highly undervalued, which is huge percentage of the 470% undervalued was the intrinsic value. Why we calculating a intrinsic value? By the apply of free cash flow model, and we throw the discount this amount, and we add the net operating assets, and we minus the equity total debt from the total company value, and we calculate the equity market value of the equity and divided by the total number of shares and outstanding shares, and we results getting the intrinsic per value of the share price, which is 517 rupees, which is means the current prices was 110 rupees. So the undervalued 470%, which is the very strong company, and the share prices was undervalued. Now we moving on the total company interpretation. Free cash flow is the positive indicator, suggests the company has a surplus cash after the meeting operating expenses and capital expenditure, and the debt was company 18 crores 92 lakhs 87,046 rupees, which is the important assessing the company financial leverage. So company leverage is the very less leverage, because the majority of the contribution was the shareholders, and the intrinsic value of the share price significantly higher than current price, indicating the potential undervalued of the company shares. So the company has the potential indicated share price undervalued by the 470%. The future outlook, the discount present value intrinsic value calculation provide the inside the company future. However, market condition and company performance can be changed, impacting on the share prices, impacting on the market condition and the company performance, and indicating other share prices. These are the other factors that are directly impact in future of the share prices. These are the daily basis share prices. We calculate trend, calculate the daily share prices increase 0.0024% and monthly average increase 0.073%. As a result, company has a stable and lower risk as well as lower return on the capital. Therefore, investors are more attractive and purchase the share prices. These are the monthly. We estimated the share prices in January 5th 2024. Share prices FFC was 111.707 by adding increasing 0.74% due to the find past data. These are our estimation, and the share prices annual monthly basis increase by the 0.746%. So the another factor was increasing a population due to the increased consumption, as a result increasing a demand for the fertilizer sector. These are the major factor to increase the population. The fertilizer sector has grown. Financial ratio. These are the different years of the financial ratio. 5 years ratios interpretation. 2020 financial currently debt or asset 26.5%, which is better position for the company, as indicate the less leverage, result investor and institution more confident to invest in company. And FFC current ratio was 0.06, that the company have sufficient cash to pay the short-term liability, result investor bank are more confident to invest in company. And net profit margin FFC reported 2022, that is 26.05%, which is indicate the efficient management of business. Investor want to make sure the profit are high and enough distribution for the dividend after the paying some all expenses. So these are the major interpretation we calculate through the different annual ratios. So we see the average growth of the net profit margin Net profit margin is 26.85% is equal forecasting 22 to 27. That suggests the conservative approach for the forecasting stable consistent level of the profitability. Company is expected to maintain a current level of efficiency and convert the revenue in net profit margin. And sales per share price is growth by the 4% by the annually. We estimate that 2022 to 2020 seven the share prices was increases annually basis for the 4%. So the company have ability to generate revenue per share price is important. Note that sales growth is crucial factor that sustainable and market competitiveness. And dividend growth was company has forecast aggressive, which is annual growth dividend was 145%. This indicates the expenses of significant increases in dividends payouts over the period. So overall our results, the company have sufficient working and company management affair is the best to run the company management. And we see the financial sales analysis. These are sales analysis from the 2008 to 2022. On average sales growth by the 10%, which is the result is company weighted calculated by the weighted average method. And further analysis may involve the company comprising these figures with the industry benchmark. Consider the company growth prospect and assessing the impact of economic condition and financial health. These are the other further factors we analyze the conditions of economic and financial health. These are the directly impact of the company sales. So now we moving on the findings. Our finding is estimate results is January 5 2024 share prices was FFC company 111 by increasing 0.0474% due to the past data. And net profit margin was 26% 2022, indicate the best efficient of management affairs. And we see the investors should have aware the stock price affected by the market shift, economic indicator and geopolitical events and company specific news. These are the major other factors there are affected. Stock price is one of the market economic condition indicators, geopolitical events and company specific news. These are the factors that affecting. We conclude that through our analysis the company financial in terms of financial, in terms of non-financial, the company has strong. Why? The reason is the company number one company in Pakistan Stock Exchange and listed in top 25 companies in consistently. Further, the analysis comparing with the industry benchmark considering the growth perspective is affected economic condition and financial health. In addition, we forecasting share prices, which is December to January 2005 2024 in forecasting 111 rupees by calculating the average method. And the average share price increase monthly basis 0.746%, and the average growth of share price annually basis was which was the 4%. So hence we conclude that share prices was increase factor impact, other factor are impacted in increase of populations and increase demand of foods by increase the demand for fertilizer sector. So now we are suggest the best time to purchase FFC shares, and being an investor I would recommend to invest this company and get a beneficial for the company as well as position for the future growth and success. So these are our conclusions and now these are the references which we collected data, different articles, different research papers and National Fertilizer Development Center, Pakistan Economic Survey and State Bank of Pakistan, Pakistan Bureau Statistics and company financial statement and other websites are included references throughout the we collected data. So it's all about our site is thank you so much, thank you to everyone, and you have any question to ask. Thank you so much.